Dioses y diosas en ascenso. Grand rising, gods and goddesses. We are on the 47th saga of Intimate with TomBoi. And this Intimate with TomBoi is going to be titled Sharing is Caring. And what made me come up with this subject, I was talking to a close friend of mine. Um, and we were just talking about just being open with your sexuality, your sexual desires, and sometimes how people can get bored, and maybe this is the reason why some people become swingers, or they get into a polyamorous lifestyle, or maybe people that they pay people to please their spouses or whatever while they watch, or the significant other. So we were having this conversation, and I figured this would be definitely something to talk about today. But before we jump into this, I just want to thank y'all for coming every week and supporting me. 47 y'all, hey, 47. We almost hit that goal of 50. So thank y'all for rocking with me and supporting the Intimate with TomBois. Thank y'all for supporting the new series that came out for the Intimate with TomBoi Erotic, all the chronicles. We got the Priscilla and Trophy, and we're working on the Tay and the Common, and that's coming soon. So I would love to thank all of y'all for supporting the Intimate with TomBois, whether it be the regular or the erotic. So let's jump into the subject of the matter. Sharing is caring. So I was talking to my close friend, California. Y'all know I got my names. So me and California were having a conversation. And she sent me something, asking me about a toy and whatever. And, she was just talking about, spicing up, the love life. I'm getting bored. I want to do other things. It's the same wham bam, thank you ma'am. And I want something different. And so she was asking me on my knowledge on the product. If any of y'all know about me, my ex-wife, she worked at a few porn stores when we lived in Atlanta and when we moved back home in Milwaukee. And so we were always trying different type of toys and stuff like that, and testing them out and things of that nature. And so whatever knowledge I have, I try to give, when friends ask me about certain things, especially if they're trying to spice up things with the significant other, And so basically this is what sparked the sharing is caring conversation. So I don't know if any of y'all have Stars, the app or whatever. So there's this like series called Three Women on there, and old girl from like the black girl from Jurassic Park, the newer one, and she did the remake of that Spike Lee, She Can't Get Enough or something like that. I can't think of the title, but just that fine ass chocolate goddess. Look, so in this Three Women series, like, she picks guys that she wants to have sex with, and her husband watches and assists like whoever she picks. And the rule is whoever she picks cannot be better than him in the bedroom, right? And so she knows her boundaries. They have their rules with her, like, picking up these people. And so it's just like, I guess, something that they do in their, marriage or whatever, but they're like dedicated to one another. And I'm not saying that this lifestyle is for everybody. Some people are just fine with just them and their partner, and they know, like, maybe I can't handle my partner being with somebody else besides me. Not everybody is open to this, but for people that are open to these things, it's like, what makes you open to that? And for me, I would say this, because everybody knows me and they know my lifestyle, and I talk about, being polyamorous and things of that nature. I think what makes your mindset open to these things is because you don't put expectations on your partner as far as they can do everything for you. You know what I'm saying? And basically, but you're dedicated to this person no matter what. You're dedicated to this person. And so you have to I would say, have a very trusting and knowing that no matter what, hey, I know who I am dedicated to and who I am with. And so if we decide to invite someone in our bedroom, so be it. If we decide that we want a unicorn, or if we decide that we want to be swingers, or maybe we do want to be a polyamorous relationship and be a trio, or maybe a foursome, whatever, but we're open to those things. And I think the thing about it is it's so taboo is because we're so stuck in everything must be just you and another person. And it's wrong if you think of outside of that box. And as I'm talking to my friend, we start having conversations like about head. And I said, look, I know specifically the girl that gave me the best head ever. I know the sign, all of that, and nobody has been able to top that. You know what I'm saying? Nobody. They might have been able to satisfy me in other ways, that were fine, but they haven't been able to top that. And that's probably why it's harder for me to get here from certain motherfuckers. I'm like, this ain't doing it for me, and California was expressing that about her partner, partner said, well, the best head that they got was from so and so, and she said she was fine with letting so and so have that, so look, let them have that then, okay, because I do else what I do. And so I think this is what it is. Once people feel like they're not enough for you in a department, then they feel like it's fucked up. You know what I'm saying? But everybody ain't good at everything. Everybody ain't good at everything. Look, I can't skate for shit in the world. I'll go to a skating party, but I can't skate for shit in the world. But I wish I could skate. But my friends that can skate, I'm like, man, they be doing the tricks. I'm like, man, I want to do that. You know what I'm saying? And look, guess what? I let them have that because that's their department. But you know what I'm saying? People might be like, dude, I can't sing. I can't make a beat. I can't play an instrument. I can't create. I can't act. But you got this entertainment thing on lock. Okay? You know what I'm saying? So everybody can't hit everything because you have specific talents in certain areas. And in the bedroom, it's probably no different. You have specific talents that you are great at in the bedroom, So the thing about it is trying to be open with your partner about that. Now, this is the thing. You could be in a situation, let's say you're in a monogamous relationship and you're open to it, but your partner isn't in a, they'll frown upon it, or they'll think of you as a freak or a hoe or something like that because you are open to that. That's where I feel like things can get tricky. And I feel like this is what also leads into infidelity and all of that, because your partner is not down with the sharing is caring. As you can see, they're trying to reach me as usual. But and it kind of sucks because if you're dedicated to that person, if you build something with that person, it's like they automatically think you will leave them because they're not into something that you are into. So then that's when I think we should have conversations about sexual compatibility, because when you're looking for somebody to date, you want to know their love language, you want to know the intellect level, are they spiritual, are they religious, you ask all those things. But I think nobody ever wants to talk about sexual compatibility. Or if you do talk about sexual compatibility, the person is trying to get you to conform to what they like versus letting you be free and open. And so when you want to be on some sharing type of situation or whatever, it's uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable and it starts arguments and all of that. Or maybe you could be in a relationship, right? And as you get older, you start to develop these desires, but you can't talk to it with your partner because they'll never go for it. Maybe these things cause infidelity because you are trying to chase a sexual desire, or you're tired of being bored and you want something different. You want something exciting that your partner can't provide. And so maybe this is a conversation that we should have. Sharing is caring when you're getting to know somebody. And are we sexually compatible with one another? I definitely want to hear your thoughts on this. I want to know, are you bored with your partner at times? But some people don't. They're comfortable with their partner. They love their partners and all that, and they don't want to leave them. But is it hard to express this with your partner, like certain sexual desires, certain freaky desires that you have that your partner doesn't want to go for, like public display of affection, having sex in a park or by the beach or on the balcony or something like that. Or maybe you do want to just be a swinger, like you become friends with another couple and y'all swap wives or something, or swap husbands or something, or swap however you getting down. I definitely want to hear your thoughts on this. Maybe you want to watch somebody please your significant other, or maybe you just want to be polyamorous. And if you are, can you be open to it? Like, a lot of women have fantasies that I converse with, and like whether they were straight or lesbian or queer, whatever. I've had conversations with women, they wanted two masks in the situation, or two men in the situation, and that's their fantasy. I've been asked that by women. Get a little, even more in detail. I've actually done a three-way with a married couple, but the boundaries were set on who was touching who and all that. But yeah, I've done that before. I know everybody's like, wow, TomBoi, you wild. Yeah, I'm wild. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is this though, like, if your woman wants two masks, are you comfortable enough to allow that? I know with me at first I used to be like, hell no, I ain't going. But then now I'm getting older, and stuff like that. I'm like, you know what? Shit, who am I? If I tell her I want all these films and she say, hey, look, I want to, this, it, like, look, go for it, baby. Go for it. So I'm a little bit more open with my sexuality and all that thing. And so, this is just like thoughts, but I want y'all to leave comments. Tell me your thought, whether you're monogamous, whether you're poly, whether swingers, whatever. Leave them comments. Ask questions, y'all. Don't be scared. All right. If you're really scared, you can DM me too. I know you don't want people to be in your business. I get that. All right. But I ain't gonna beat this up. I pretty much said what I have to say. 47, y'all. 47. That's so dope. That's so dope. But I want y'all to enjoy your Sunday. Memorial Day is tomorrow. I know I'm off work. Yay. So, I'm probably going to be working on the Tay in the comment. We're still working on that. Still working on that. Be patient, y'all. It's coming. It's coming. But y'all know y'all can still, check out that Trophy and Priscilla erotica. If you haven't, make sure y'all following me on YT, okay? For those of you that aren't subscribed to the channel, I'll send you the links and everything so you can check this out, all right? But the Tay in comment is coming. I know Tay has fans. All right, y'all. But I want y'all to be safe. I want y'all to be good. Enjoy your holiday, all right? We got a lot going on. We watching all the craziness going on in this country, but still try to love one another and be kind to one another, all right? Light, love, peace, abundance, and prosperity, gods and goddesses. I'm lustful, I love fun, I need you, wonder. And the other one, hun. I'm a freak, every day of the week. I'll fuck your mind, baby, just to get what I need. You say I'm no good, but you call me baby. You need your body, please. I'm a hoe, old-fashioned 304. go walking, 'cause I'm a old fashioned 304. I'm a old fashioned 304. I love to freak your mind. I love to fuck all the time, 'cause I'm a old fashioned 304. Hey, yeah. We can go on dates. No, I won't complain. We can go for walks, 'cause I love to talk. But I'm a hoe.